All right, guys. So I can't believe it, but we we're gonna talk about, I guess, the past week and for this series going into 2025, especially tonight and yesterday, and all the great things that have been happening. And that I think I just got the feeling of, before I was like, man, what do I do? I feel like I need to do this or that, or like I had a few ideas on how to make this journey and how to accomplish what I think that will do well and get us there, if not even more. And out of all the time and stuff, I think, no, I know it. I got the feeling that, dang, I don't know how to say it. That that idea that came in my head, I'm like, this is it. This is exactly what I need to do, and it's gonna work. So I can't believe it. I'm so excited. I'm gonna share it with you guys. So yeah, all right, let's get into it. This has been the closest ever that we have been to accomplishing this goal. And I'll explain why in a little bit, but we're going to kind of go from the breakdown from slower steps to afterwards and kind of like what I realized isn't right, what I realized is, and just everything that's been happening and going on in general. And that when you get that feeling or that idea that you're like, oh man, this is it, this is the right thing, kind of, I don't know, it kind of clicks, it kind of snaps for you, then I would say like that is your chance. That's your time to take the opportunity. So let's start from the beginning. I guess recently, not the entirely beginning, but let's just go for it. So as you guys know, I got a job and the pay is not bad. I mean, it's like about 20 bucks an hour, but after taxes, it's different. So it's 410s. Well, that's what they told me, but not really. But I work about 40 hours a week. And it's actually a fun job. I work with good people and a pretty good, decent company. Anyway, so my money, basically what I'm making and what I'm saving, I mean, I don't really save a lot, but I'm buying a lot of things, but just to kind of catch up on what I wanted and what I needed. So bit of both. So my goal was for this job, okay, it still is to save up for myself, as in whether it's investing for a business or certain wants and needs, things, certain bills and stuff I got to pay, whatever. But with this job, it's not something that I plan to take for the rest of my life or to have a career in because I'll be honest, I don't want to retire at 65 and only make like half of what I made when I was working, like 50, 60, 70,000. It's like, I don't know. I have bigger goals, dreams, and aspirations. So people hate it. People hate it when you're optimistic and stuff. But like, they can go ahead and be miserable. That's fine. But so we got the job. I've been there not very long. Let's see. Yesterday would have marked 3 months, but in work days it's like 20, almost actually in total work days because 4 days a week it's like 30. So I'm still pretty new. But with that job, obviously the trade-off was time. And so I was okay. So on the weekends or during certain times of the day or whatever, I was okay. I got to think what I want to do. I got to know, like, I've just been thinking and generating thoughts and ideas and consuming and producing different things of content, kind of see and just I take that leap on where I want to go, what I want to do, and what can I see potential in. And I have this really insane project, we'll call it, that I've been thinking about, been doing research about, and I was okay, maybe this, but it just came to me and it answered everything. And I'm like, you know what? That's it. It's gonna work. But the main thing is building a website's easy, building a channel's easy. The hardest part for this will be like getting the people, but there's plenty of people I could get, the networking part, that could make this happen and make this work. So, but when I say to people, oh, there's so many of those, or oh, it's just a copy of this, or it's just a copy of that, or it's like all this blah 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 blah. It's not going to be, unique, but it will, because it won't be the exact same as anything else. It'll be different. And they say for a lot of the wealthier people or some of the financial gurus that are good or kind of have to be careful for and whatnot, but in general, there's a pattern. They have either a product and then a service and then an agency, or they go from like, hey, they make content, they make some stuff, whatever, then they have a product, and then after that, they have a service, or they have like a actual website agency where they have like classes, or they have all different mixes of things that can make them a lot of money, right? Or they'll host like events. And I was like, okay, well, that's really cool. But I'm like, let me think about this. How could I do this? Do I have the resources, the money, the people I need? And I'm like, wait a minute, I do. And it doesn't take that much to start. And I make enough where I can actually do this. Yes, it's going to take time, but if the main thing is we could get the people who see it, who believe it, and who are want to do it and who will work to do it, this will work and we will make it. I can't believe it. I can't fucking believe it. So we're gonna launch a agency or a huge community that sells products, services, and maybe hosts events. And I was thinking of the name ideas for the name, and I have a really good one. So if you guys remember that I originate from a Vietnamese family and I'm half Vietnamese, but my family and I guess part of my bloodline, we're like descendants from a pretty insane dynasty. Like, bro, my family's got some crazy history, bro. Like, actually, history is, that actually changed the world. Not even like from that long ago, but even from like mid 1900s, late 19, like, bro, I'm talking like Vietnam War era, bro. I'm not gonna say it yet, but I'm saying like life changing, that literally was history of the world. Like insane. I can't wait to tell you guys someday. But so what I'm going with that is the keyword was dynasty, right? And one of my goals is to recreate a dynasty from my family. I know that, oh, that sounds so dumb, but like I want to have a big family. I want to have a strong family, a wealthy, powerful, and humble and kind and optimistic family, right? So it's like, okay, that would be like having a big property, houses, almost like an estate, almost like a dynasty, where they'd have their own small like mini towns or villages, almost like a small kingdom, basically. So I was like, okay, well, that's going to take a lot of money, right? But I've been looking a lot into like the marketing aspect of things, and social media, online stuff is a shit. So I was like, okay, now I'm kind of adding things up and seeing what I want to do. And it's like, all right, well, that gives me the name. So my last name is Tran, Tran. And I was like, okay, my last name and think of some cool names. I'm like, I put it together, Tran Dynasty. And I was like, that's pretty fucking cool. I was thinking Tran Dynasties or just Tran Dynasty, of course. So one of the two. So I was like, what if, no, when we, when and I'm saying we because it's going to be a thing that where we're going to have multiple people create it. So we'll have like, you know, I guess different people who have different skill sets and different like categories or topics. And I know lots of people who have that, but they just don't have like that social media, or they don't have that, I guess, service yet because they're pretty busy doing other things. But if we can offer that, if we had like editors, something for editors, or like cameramen, or real estate or fitness, or oh, that's just another copy of the real world. No, no, no. It's not going to be like a community or like what they're like. It is a community, but a different kind. It's going to be more like a professional agency where like more like service based, and more like we would have actual locations where like what if we expanded to be like a huge nationwide, worldwide like project where we had places like branches of everything. We had different offices, buildings, maybe if we even had restaurants or like a store in the mall. But you're like, oh, that's too widespread, or it's like, no, it's not, because it's not too spreadly or spread thin, because I will have people who are experts in that topic or in that product or whatever in that skill set, that are very passionate, know what they're doing and know how to do it, but we all work together to create one big like agency or group that you could say to, again, sell a product, service, knowledge, information, anything. So, but the cool part is it would be a very like aesthetic, unique, modern style where it's just like, see, the other ones are not as appealing or appalling, or they're like super expensive, or it's like, oh, buy my course. But it's not going to be like that, because I think the course stuff is a little silly and everybody does it. But it would be like, for example, we have the agency where it's like fitness. Maybe we like, no, we would actually, but in just in future tense, we would like open gyms in the name, like Trend Dynasty, like, but we'd have like gyms, and we'd have like, people who work under Trend Dynasty basically is, maybe some fitness people, or we have like classes you can take, or just maybe we start like a fighting program and stuff, like just everything. So we have gyms, we have maybe like exotic car dealerships or rentals, or we have really nice restaurants, or we have like, I guess, all these different things where we could be spread all around and we can try and make profits on. Obviously, it's not gonna be like crazy, like how McDonald's, they have places everywhere. It's not gonna be that much, obviously, not yet. But to be like in certain locations, let's say like Miami, we did, I don't know, maybe we did like a really nice gym, and it said like Trend Dynasty. We had the logo, something really cool. I was thinking like a black, gold, and silver, do like some sort of dragon or some really cool design, some Asian style. And it would be a very cool, like modern aesthetic kind of gym. But here's the thing: is it's under the name or the domain or whatever they call it of the dynasty, right? So we basically own it. So we own all these different places, locations, and there's so much more. I'm just giving for example. We would own this gym, let's say we had a few of them, and they were known for, oh, they have really good fighting club areas, like, I guess, like class, like what I mean by fighting club areas, okay, there's like the workout stuff, like the benches and the weights and all the different workout equipment, and then there's a whole side to like, boxing rings, wrestling mats, and like other maybe swimming, then add swimming pools and stuff. So it would be under, okay, this is Trend Dynasty, it'd still be a gym. But the awesome thing is, people, let's say that in the future, let's say I found five clients or five, I guess, people who wanted to saw the opportunity, like, I would love to teach and own this gym or manage this gym, but be under like the agency of, Trend Dynasty or whatever. So it kind of funds, it goes, the program, all the money just goes kind of in and out, in and out. So it's very giving, right? So I know there's a lot more to go into detail, but this is the very simple part. So let's just say we had a few gyms. Maybe we had, a couple gyms in Florida, a couple gyms in California, a couple like in Oregon where I live. And then maybe we had like, maybe we got into real estate. Maybe we got into like, I don't know, like we did apartments, or we made hotels, or if we did like a certain service, like we offered like editing, or for example, if you were like, if you had videos and we're like, oh, we have really good editors. So you would come to us and you would kind of find the editors that are ready to kind of like, I guess, edit whatever you need or help you with a certain service that you need. So, but the thing is, when it's so many people, I don't necessarily want it to be yet a thing where there's so many people, it's very hard to like keep control of what's happening. So it'd be a lot smaller at first. It would be like a few locations and then a few different topics and categories, and a few like people, maybe let's say if we had like three editors and three guys on finance and three guys on investing, and then certain things like three guys who went out and did like camera stuff or vlogging, or three guys who like invested in rentals or traveling and stuff. So, but like I said, in the short terms, there's going to be products, services and just overall information or use knowledge, whichever. So I think the best thing is the service part because when you offer a service, people are going to you because they need something. They need that sort of service. And sometimes you can't really find what you're looking for on other places or other agencies, or maybe they cost a lot of money. So that's why it's like, okay, what do you get with this? Why would Trend Dynasty be so good? What's the pitch or what makes it more unique? Well, at first, what comes to mind at first would be, I think, a different way or a different approach on the newer generation for just, well, that really depends. But I would say a different approach on different, ooh, well, actually, yeah, that is really hard to say. See, this is why I have so much to learn. I'm still trying to think. But yeah, someone asked me, okay, what would be the best or what would make me go to you guys? I would say if it's for like editing or fitness, let's say it's for fitness. Like, oh, we have really good gyms, we have really good equipment, very clean, nice, modern, new. We have great instructors, we have great people who are passionate about their job or their career or their, I guess, inner like mentorship or whatever you want to call it. And that maybe we don't charge as high as a price, or maybe we, oh, we don't sell a course. But if you don't want an online course, come in person. We can teach you in person. We have real life locations. So, oh, is this thing still on? Okay, good. So that's kind of where I'm getting at. But it's like, well, okay, so what are the downsides? Obviously, there's going to be negative things that will happen, but that's fine. That's part of it. There will be failures. Maybe it could be like finding location and then maybe not getting it, or maybe at the time, like the location just didn't work out, we weren't feeling it, or maybe it wasn't a good place in general, or wasn't getting as much like customers or something. But the goal would be to, I guess, even let's say if it was a smaller business, if some guy had like Tesla rentals and he was rather smaller, like a smaller group or business, or he needed like the marketing side, he would come to us be like, hey, like, can I work or can I be a part of Tran Dynasty and have Tesla rentals? And I have Tesla rentals, but I need the marketing side. Let's say we were very popular. So it would be like, okay, let's do this. Let's try it out. So we would invest in having, let's say he was in LA, for example. We would find some nice locations and have an actual place where it'd be really nice and fancy. I mean, like, if you guys seen like Dubai style stores, shops, dealerships, they're very fancy, very unique and modern, very aesthetic. So that's what we would do. We'd be like Tran Dynasty and might say rentals or Tesla rentals or something. So it'd all be under one big thing, right? And then you would go in, there'd be all these nice like Teslas and everything well maintained and clean and great customer service and great like overall services, right? So that's the plan. And I was thinking a lot about it and just watching a lot of videos and getting experience and, meeting people and networking with some really like, I guess, and there's some people in my family I've never met that are pretty unique, I'll say. But to keep it on a down low, like, it's just everything happens for a reason. That's what I believe. And I would say one of the best things I've done is networking with people who are really passionate, who are really like, I guess, similar in minds or thoughts are on that journey together. And sometimes when you grow up with people or you've known people for a long time and they start going through that path like you are, it's really good. So I want to bring everyone together that I know who wants to be a part of this and kind of like make it work, make it happen. And the best part about this is not only, I wouldn't only profit from this. Everybody would, like, everybody would. Even people who are not a part of the group or the program, you still have that, I guess, whether if you buy a product or service, you get that benefit still. You get that, I guess, what it could be inspiration for you. It could be anything. So like if you came up to me and like this was happening, this was going through, which I believe it will. You came up to me and you said, "Hey, I'm really good at, I don't know, let's say let's say you're really good at car detailing." I know you could be like, "Oh, well, there's so many other smaller guys or companies that have, I guess, those detailing companies, so they have a van and a truck and they already have everything in their own thing." But you came to me like, "I want to start my own detailing business, and it's just me and my brother and my cousin or something, and we want to expand and we want to, I guess, most people they want more money, right? They want more customers. They want more people to get their product or their service. So basically, I would say, okay, so let me see, let's see maybe they had some TikToks and it was really good. I'm like, okay, you guys have the skill, the potential, we could help you with equipment and we can help you with marketing, but it wouldn't be like so and so's like um so and so's detailing and wash or whatever. It would be under like Trend Dynasty, which would be so cool. It'd be like a company car. Let's say it's all blacked out, like Secret Service looking van. The logo, it says Trend Dynasty on it. People are like, oh, what the heck? It might say like detailing or services and stuff. Or I was thinking like product services. So it kind of would depend. But let's say these cousins would be like, then I would put them as the head like managers or I guess leads of the car detailing, even though they're still under Trend Dynasty, they still have their own car detailing. So let's say they're based off in, let's say for Oregon, let's say they're based off in Hillsboro, like Forest. These are just examples of cities and towns. Say they're the only ones in Oregon, Trend Dynasty, right? They're the only car detailing service. And then so okay, we're in the Hillsboro, Forest Grove area, North Plains. So let's say they take all of that spot. They own basically that area. Then I'm like, okay, well, do you guys want more people to kind of be spread out more, get a couple more cars and whatnot, and more employees? So what I would do is we would get a couple more, and they would kind of be around that area to, I guess, get people to buy the service, right? And then let's say, okay, well, there wants to be more. Let's say there's somebody else in like Texas or maybe in New York or somewhere else they want to do the same thing. It would be like they would still be under Trend Dynasty, but they would have their own company car and the equipment, whatever they choose, and they won't really have to worry about the marketing side because we'll really take care of that. But we could say like now we have our company and our cars everywhere. Let's say it started getting really huge where there was multiple guys in different like states or locations that are cities that wanted to be a part of it. So it's like opening jobs and opportunities for people to kind of do their own thing. So oh, but you're under a company. You're under it's like you are, but you still get your financial and spiritual freedom where you don't feel like you're owned. So basically, we'd sign contracts like, okay, like, not to screw us over, not to sue us for dumb reasons or like copyright or like patent stuff and whatever. But it's like the goal is to have very, like, we're not just going to hire anybody. We're not going to hire like, somebody that's, I don't mean to be rude, but that we don't see really value in versus like, okay, we need more people for, maybe we have an office and we need somebody who manages like one of the buildings or one of the places, or maybe if we have a product, they manage the shipping side. That's perfectly fine. But what I'm saying is each and everyone will have some sort of value that, excuse me, that not only benefits themselves, but the entire agency or the dynasty itself. But going back to the car detailing, we'd have like a super big page, and it would be like, let's say it was on Instagram. We had like millions of followers and stuff, and like, okay, I want car detailing. We'd have different categories, and like, let's say it was the two cousins that first started. The example I gave was like being in Oregon, Hillsboro, Forest Grove, whatever. So they'd be like, "Hi, I'm so this, and this is this, and we have our own car detailing in this area, and we're under Tran Dynasty, and you won't regret coming through us because we have the best equipment, the best cleaning supplies, and we will work hard, and we're determined to make your car look brand new or the best or better than it ever was before. So those guys would still be very well known. They wouldn't just, oh, just another person under the company. They would, like I said, they would be the leads of the car detailing in that area. So you have still so much power and potential. But the thing is, if you want to go off and start on your own, fine. But the thing is, if you're when you're with the company, it gives you a sense like you have your own business still, your own idea, but you're still benefiting so much because you're putting it into yourself, into the company, which is also a part. Like you're a part of it. If that, it's like, it. I know I've been saying a lot of funny stuff, but like, bro, that's fucking crazy. That sounds, and that's just car detailing. That's just an example. Like, there's so many things. Like I was saying, other services, and I think about this, and I'm like, yo, this can work if I get the people and we get I like save up enough to get everything invested and get going and to build the website, build the product, find the people with the services. Guys, this is gonna work. This is the closest we have ever been. And I can't believe like, oh my god, like I found it. I found it. I found the gold mine. And like this is now what I can see. And dude, this is gonna be cool. Like I just can't believe it. Like, bro, what if we had our own? Like, that's what I'm saying. We had a gym. We had our own fighting team, like our Tran Dynasty gym, and like our fighting club. So in the gym, we had, like I said, there the workout stuff, right? And then we had the fighting area where you train to be a kickboxer, boxer, or jujitsu, or wrestler, or whatever. Like, it'd be like you would wrestle for a team that's under the company. Right? So like, let's say if it was like Tran Dynasty boxing, like you would be a part of a team to box and to learn and to train. To, bro, it's crazy. It's gonna work. Do you get what I'm saying? It's so fucking cool. It will work, bro. And I don't know, bro. Dude, I'm so excited for it. But damn, dude. So it's literally, bro. It's literally an actual dynasty when you think about it. And then that's when the wealth comes in. That's when the wealth, power, inspiration, and just it's bro. It's gonna be so cool. I want to make it happen, bro. It's not gonna be like another boring community or something small or a bunch of like goobers and stuff. Like, dude, it's gonna be legit. It's gonna be serious. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be difficult, but that's the fun. That's the great part. Dang, dude, this is gonna be good. So, yeah, there's so much more that I want to get into. But man, this video is almost half an hour. But I hope that gives you a decent idea on I guess what's gonna be happening. And now that I see I got it, bro. I fucking got it locked in, bro. I got it, man. Bro, I'm so like, it's gonna be good, dude. This is gonna be great. So, any of you guys watching, I hope this really helps you guys with your dreams and inspirations. And hey, anybody right now that's watching this, let me turn this shit up. Damn. Actually, no, that's too bright. Okay. Anybody that's watching this, I don't care how old you are. Well, I mean, depends like if you can do something that's legal or not. Like, some things you have to be 18 or older to, have a business or a card, let's say like a bank account or your license. You can't be 14 and try and do something where you need to drive, unless you can go to ride, but you get what I'm saying. So maybe for the future. So I don't care how old you are. If you have something like, hey, I recently got into, I recently got into. I wish this was live. You guys could give me something. Let's think. Let's think of a service. You come up to me and you say, I have an experience and a skill set in training how to increase your maybe your core strength or increase your skill in kickboxing or into wrestling. And let's say this was in the future or even now. So any of you guys that are watching, you come to me and say, hey, I have a passion for this. I know how to do this and I have a general idea. Comment and talk to me. Let's talk about it. Let's say it was in some sort of training or personal or coaching. We would say, okay, we're going to set up a place or a platform for you, whether it's online or in person, or let's say on YouTube. We'd have multiple different guests. So it'd be one huge YouTube channel, right? We'd say, okay, there'd be different episodes or playlists of categories. It'd be like, let's say, T and Tran, how to invest in Nvidia or something, and all about like, for what I know. Let's say we have the stocks guy or the investment crypto guy, then he would talk about it and be like telling you guys on what's happening, updates, and kind of what to do. Then a different video, let's say we had a guy on physical fitness and your health, and like maybe he was a doctor, maybe it was a previous personal trainer. So, or maybe like, hey, it could be the car detailing guys, be like, hey, we're in this area, or here's some tips and tricks on how to start your own car detailing business, or what makes customers happy, or what makes customers want to buy and stuff. So that's what I'm saying. Pitch me anything, and I would love to take the opportunity to make this happen. The more people we have, the better. But the biggest thing is I want to have people that are reliable. And if you're new, I understand everybody's going to make mistakes. But I want somebody who's reliable, determined, passionate, and disciplined. And I think that once you get that and get people who are really want to desire something be greater to, hey, guys, listen, the guys, all of us, you're like, no, I don't want to go to college. No, I don't want to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. This would be your opportunity to be like, no, I don't want to work at Wendy's and I just don't want to do school. But I am really passionate for like starting something on my own or learning something on my own. Or maybe it's like a real estate group, or maybe it's like, I want to learn to sell online and maybe do drop shipping, or I want to open my own store and sell some sort of products, or I want to be a business owner. So be like, okay, so we're gonna say, oh, he has really good sales. He's really good at like having people buy products and stuff. You're like, you know what? Okay, now let's say in one of the malls we have a store. We're selling really nice clothing, like luxury clothing, and maybe like different designs and stuff. Maybe even watches for sale. Let's say it was like watches, suits, and maybe certain like fragrances, like luxury stuff, right? And let's say like that one guy's like, I want to start this. I want to create my own thing. I always want to be a business owner. They're like, okay, so there's a spot, there's a place in the mall, empty, how some malls have abandoned stores or they go out of business. We would buy that, or you would buy that, whichever, however we want to do it, or 50-50 or whatever it is. Well, actually, mainly the dynasty would buy it because that's kind of what you're under, but you're still individually independent, if that makes sense. So you would buy it, or sorry, we would buy it. Okay, this is Trend Dynasty. We have our products here. We have our different, like so and so, blah blah blah. We sell this, we sell that. But that guy who had the skill and the ability to manage a business, manage a store, be able to have great sales with people, customers, and whatnot, and skill, he would be the owner or the manager of that one location. So like, let's say, oh man, he just made like, he's making, let's say it was 10K a month, for example. Or if the store is really successful, let's say he was making $15,000 a month, being the manager of that one store, because maybe it was popular, products were a little more expensive and stuff. So he still has that dream. He's like, oh, I want to be a business owner. Well, he's owning that business, and he gets to decide, like, you know, out of, let's say there's a bunch of products. Okay, this product was popular, so we're gonna take this and we're gonna sell it and then hire a couple people that maybe are in the family. It's not going to be like, oh, just hire anybody willy nilly. Like it's going to be high expectations and high what's the word? I don't remember, but it'd be really cool. So we'd have that. So let's say that was a luxury clothing store, and let's say across, maybe on the second floor, we had another one like Tran Dynasty, but it was like, hmm, maybe it was like jewelry, right? Like something crazy. Maybe like, let's say like again, maybe luxury watches, necklaces, bracelets, rings, earrings, stuff for men and women, or if it was like maybe a cafe, maybe it was downstairs was the luxury clothing and jewelry and stuff, and then the upstairs there was a dynasty, not dynasty, yeah, a Trend Dynasty cafe. And he's like, well, what if he managed both of them, right? So it's like now he has two stores in one mall. That's what I'm saying is it wouldn't just be one thing stuck to one thing. It wouldn't just a clothing store, all clothing stores everywhere. It would be a huge expansion of all different things: car detailing, clothing store, cafe, gyms, maybe sports teams, fighting teams, real estate, online jobs, businesses, or skill sets, or trading, or like camera editing, videography. And bro, that's amazing. That's crazy. Holy shit. So that probably makes it clear. I know if I kind of rounded the what am I saying? If I kind of like went around in a circle a little bit, I don't think so, but I think that was pretty good. And my main goal for this is to be as honest and as kind and as, I guess, okay, I don't like, I would never want to become a company or a place where people would say, I hated it. They were unreliable. They were dishonest. They were price gouging. Or I want to leave a good reputation. I want people to be happy. I want the employees or the entrepreneurs to be feeling like they're part of, I guess, a family or a group or a strong dynasty. And I want the customers and consumers to be satisfied, whatever it's the product or the service, and anybody where there's a problem or some sort of issue, well, of course, we'll work it out. We'll do anything to fix it because we don't want any problems. Obviously, there's going to be issues, fine. But, that's something I have to come and understand. But the goal is to do our best. There's going to be a motto, I'll come up with one, but it's to do our best for shit. I'm trying to think of a motto, but maybe I'll do it later. But our goal is to do our best no matter what, under any circumstances. Just try your best, and people will see that and respect that a lot. So this video, oh my god, 40 minutes, that's crazy. All right, so I think we're gonna end it here, but this is probably one of my best videos in a long time. I hope this thing is on because I'd be pretty mad if it wasn't. But guys, this is gonna work. This is amazing. I'm so excited to do this. It's gonna be great. Yeah, it's gonna be good. All right, guys, if you have any questions or comments, let me know. If there's anything that I could improve on with speaking and talking and stuff, let me know. If I wasn't fully clear about, just let me know. Give me all the feedback and stuff. So if you need help with anything, or if you're kind of in a rut, or kind of in a, I guess, not in a great state of where you're at in life, just let me know, bro. We'll talk. So if you guys liked it, and I'll see you on the next one. So thanks for watching.